Hey everybody, welcome to Garden Valley High School. Tonight on senior night against Strath. Right now I got a couple of JV matches going on, and we're going to have some senior night festivities prior to getting underway with our varsity action. So enjoy a couple of these JV matches, and we'll be back to start here momentarily. Testing, can you hear me? Testing. Yep. All right, welcome back. We're going to get kicked off here in a few minutes, but we'll be starting at 1:15 tonight. And our lineups for Garnet Valley at 1:15 will be Matthew Flicker against Nick Lambert. 1:20 we'll have Ethan Cooper for Garnet Valley against Joey Andreas. 1:26 will be Dylan Conlon, and there'll be a forfeit for Strathaven there, as well as 1:32 Matthew Marino will be getting a forfeit. 1:38 we'll have Sal Pizzuto versus Dalton Zwire. 1:45 we'll have Nick Politti, who's being honored tonight for his 100th win. He received at Exeter this weekend against Johnny Crawford. 1:52 be Rob Peters versus Devin Moore. 1:60 be Dave Wood, and it'll be a forfeit for Strathaven. 1:70 be Shane Glackham versus Zach Newland. And 1:82 Ryan Mortimer versus Brian Boyer. 1:92 will be a forfeit, as well as 2:20 will be a forfeit with Ryan Rushton at 1:92 and Brian West at 2:20, both receiving the forfeit. And at heavyweight, 285 will be Tommy Mahoney versus Lee Holbert. And then rounding off the end of the night at 106 will be Kevin Politti versus Ian Limbo. Tonight's senior night, so we're going to expect a pretty good crowd. Garnet Valley has quite a number of seniors graduating this year and moving on to bigger and better things. So we'll get back to the action here in a little bit. We'll be covering the senior night festivities prior to wrestling starting. All right, welcome back. Get ready to get cranked up here tonight. Going to have a couple of presentations before we get started tonight. I know Nick Politi will be getting his 100th win recognition from Coach Fantaz.
Matchup for the Strath Panthers and your Jaguars. Before we start this evening's match, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the 14 special young men in the wrestling program, our senior class. The hard work and dedication over the past 4 years has led to the continued success of the Jaguar wrestling program.
14 seniors being recognized tonight. It'll be a tough hole to fill for next year, but got some good kids coming up in the middle school program and the BYC program, so hopefully we can fill those holes.
Rachel cannot be with us tonight, but she is going to be heading to Widener University next year and will be enrolled in their nursing program. The first senior wrestler we'd like to recognize this evening is Kevin Christie and his parents, Joan and Mike.
First senior wrestler will be Kevin Christie. Will be coming out and met by his parents, Joan Christie and Mike Christie.
Sixth-place finish in the prestigious Mannheim tournament. Has also been a district qualifier.
Kevin plans to go to college and get a degree eventually and start a career. Don't we all?
Our next senior, Shane Blackkin and his parents, Francine and Michael.
Next out will be Shane Glacken and his parents, Francine and Michael Glacken.
First place JV tournament finishes.
So most outstanding wrestler, first place at the JV tournament. He plans on attending college. Heck of a football player this year for the Jags.
Thank you, Shane. Our next senior, Matt Granger, and his parents, Alicia and Andrew.
Next up is Matt Granger, escorted by his parents, Alicia Granger and Andrew Granger.
Matt is going to be heading off to college in the fall and wants to become a teacher.
Matt's a heck of a musician, plays in a couple bands, actually sings at all the events we have here at Garnet Valley.
Thank you, Matt. Our next senior, Jacob Lindsay, and his parents, Stephanie.
Next up be Jacob Lindsay with his parents, Stephanie and Stuart Lindsay.
Jacob's favorite wrestling accomplishment is beating Killer Kev one-on-one. And Jacob will be heading off to Penn State University in the fall.
Jacob's heading out to Penn State main campus in the fall.
Thank you, Jacob. Our next senior, Matthew Marino.
Next senior will be Matthew Marino. So a 4-year varsity letter, 6th at the Beast of the East, 5th at Beast of the East, and 3rd this year at Beast of the East. A 2-time state qualifier and a 3-time All-Delco. One of Garnet Valley's most decorated wrestlers over his career here, and next year he'll be headed up to West Point as a cadet in the academy there. He's escorted by Joe and Kim Marino.
All right, our next two seniors, the Mortimer brothers, Matt and Ryan, and their parents, David.
Next up, we'll have Matt Mortimer and Ryan Mortimer,
Matt and Ryan Schmitz are being placed in
escorted by Dave and Danielle Mortimer.
districts and third place in the National Invitational.
Matt was a little banged up this year, didn't get to wrestle, but had a couple of really good years here for the Jags.
Place winner,
Tough kid.
national champ, as well as a junior Olympics All-American.
Ryan Mortimer, 3-time Mannheim place winner, Eastern National champ, Junior Olympic All-American, and he received the Outstanding Wrestler in one of Garnet Valley's JV tournaments.
Thank you, Mortimers. Our next senior, Matt Parker, and his
Next up will be Matty Parker, escorted by Ray and Louise Parker, two of the nicest people we ever want to meet here from the Garnet Valley community. But
Matt will be heading off to college
Matt's going to head out to college in the fall. Played a little cornerback this year for the Jags. Be a football player. Be heading off to college.
Congratulations, Matt. The next senior we're going to recognize tonight, Robbie Peters.
Next
He
up
is
be
a
Robbie
lifetime
Peters, escorted by Diane Peters.
athletic accomplishments,
The
including
third
third
place
place finish in the
Manheim and a
Metro
fourth
tournament,
place in
as
Central
well as
Leagues.
third place finish in the Central League tournament. Robbie's going to be heading
Wants to
off to
attend
college in the
college in
fall.
the fall. Rob, one of the more funky wrestlers you'll ever get a chance to see. I'll miss seeing that.
Congratulations, Robbie. Our next senior, Sal Pizzuto, and his parents, Shannon and Gary.
Next up would be
This is Sal's third
Salvatore
senior
Giuseppe
wrestling.
Pizzuto.
Sal has also been a four-year
With
varsity
Shannon and
wrestler,
Gary
and is
Pizzuto, his
also going to
parents,
start his
4-year
time next
wrestler.
year as he's going to enlist
It's
in
in
the
his
Coast Guard.
13th year of wrestling. Always a lot of fun to watch. We'll really miss Salvia. We expect good things in the postseason for him. Salvia wants to serve the United States Coast Guard when he gets out of high school.
Great job, Sophia. Congratulations, Sal. Our next senior, Nick Politti, and his
Next up be
parents,
Nick
Cindy and
Politti.
Mike.
Mike and Debbie Politti, one of my favorite wrestlers here all time at Garner Valley. 4-year varsity wrestler, senior captain, 100 varsity
He's
career
also won
wins, third most
varsity
GV wins
career
as a
wins,
freshman, three-time
JV
Manheim
career
place
wins,
winner, second, third, and
varsity wins
fourth.
as a freshman.
Fourth at
He's
the
also a
Nazareth
three-time
tournament,
Manheim
District
place
1
winner.
All Academic team. So one-time first
He's
team
also a
Central League,
three-time first team
two-time second
All-Delco and
team
two-time
Central League,
VHC qualifier.
three-time sectional place winner, first, second, and a third, three-time district qualifier, second and fourth, two-time regional qualifier with two fourths, and a two-time first team All Delco. He's also
Congratulations,
been
Nick.
third team All Delco and has twice qualified for PI states. Nickel
Our next senior,
is looking at
Ryan
Temple
Rushton, and his parents, Don and
and
Julia
Ursinus
Rushton.
College to continue his
Ryan is a
wrestling career, as
three-time
well
junior
as
varsity
possibly
wrestler.
Drexel and the College of
He's also
Philadelphia. Nick
second
wants to
team All Central accolades, as well as placing third
study
in sectionals.
architecture. Next up, we have Ryan Rushton, Big Rush. He's with Leah and Donna Rushton, 3-year varsity letter, second team All Central, and third sectionals last year.
And last but not least, Dave Wood and his parents, Deanna and Dave.
Next up is Dave Wood,
Dave has been a
and
coach
escorted by his mom
so far
Deanna and
this
his
year.
dad
He's
Dave Wood. Dave
the
Wood,
athletic ambassador of
head
Garner
football
Valley.
coach at Ridley
He's
High
also
School.
won fastest fall two-time.
Dave's a district qualifier,
He's been
two-time
active college
ambassador award
football
winner,
for 3 years now.
two-time fastest fall winner. He wants to study business in college and major in accounting. I know Dave's looking at some Division III schools to go play football, and had a heck of a year for the Garden Valley Jags football team this year.
Nick Politti in the first round of the Exeter Duels.
Now we're going to recognize Nick Politti for his 100th win. Saturday at the Exeter Duels, he got his 100th win.
One wrestler in Pro Wrestling history to earn 100 wins. Welcome to the 100 win
21
Hall
and
of
4
Fame.
on the year. two-time state place qualifier, getting a traditional hat and hardware from Coach Van Taz and Wes Clavenger. Great kid, and my neighbor, so I can attest to that.
How about a big hand for all of our seniors? Congratulations, guys. We wish you the best of luck. And how about a big hand for the moms and dads, all the time, all the hours, all the laundry, all the meals, and everything you've done. You deserve a big round of applause as well. Congratulations, parents.
All right, getting ready to get her kicked off here. We're going to start off tonight at 113. Be Matt Flicker versus Nick Lambert. Stand by for our national anthem, then we'll get rolling.
Our national anthem.
Looks like we've got all our seniors out there tonight for the coin toss for the Jags. Be missing my partner in crime tonight, Craig Philippone. Home with the flu, so we'll do the best we can here tonight. I got my man Griff Hollingsworth on the camera tonight. Don't mess it up, Griff. Glad we can bring these matches to you over the internet. Thanks to Pat Patterson for coming up tonight and setting up all the equipment. Yo, Lance. 113, Matty Flicker and Nick Lambert. Matt Flicker, freshman for Garnet Valley, record this year 10-12. And Nick Lambert, the junior, with a record of 5-10. Flicker in the green singlet. Lambert in the red singlet. Red anklet. Lambert in on the shot. That's actually Flicker. And there it is. Matty Flicker with I guess, a 18-second pin. Puts the Jags up 6-0 over Strath. The next for the Jags be Ethan Cooper at 120 versus Joey Andreas. Cooper 1-0 on the year. Andreas a sophomore at 10-11. Nope. We'll change in plans. Looks like Dylan Conlon's coming out for the Jags. Dylan a freshman at 11-8 this year. Conlon in the green singlet. Andreas in the red singlet. Anklet. Conlon in on a shot. Gets his head stuff. Andreas tries to spin behind. He does. Gets a dew-point takedown. Going right for that bar on the right side. It looks like we're going to have a stop here with a little injury time to Conlon. Not sure what happened there. Maybe his arm got in a funky position there. Looks like they're working on his leg a little bit. Conlon back up on his feet. A little drink of water here, and looks like we're going to get back underway here. Andreas up 2-0 with 1:36 left in the first period. Conlon will be on bottom. Andreas got the cross wrist here on Conlon. Got him flattened out on his belly. Conlon works back up to his base. Tries to switch. Nothing doing. Andreas with the head lever on the right side. Conlon sitting up on his base. Now he gets flattened back out by Andreas. Andreas trying to sink the bar on the right side. Andreas again with the head lever on the right side. Breaks Conlon back down to his belly. Short time, 25 seconds left here in the first period. Andreas up 2-0. He's trying to get something going on top here, but Conlon just works up to his base here in 5 seconds. Looks like that's how we're going to end here. 2-0. Andreas at the end of one. Conlon chooses bottom. Hopefully he can do a little bit more on bottom than he did in the first period there. Andreas rode him pretty tough in the first period. Looks like we got the choice wrong, but Stratham's going to defer anyway, which won't change anything. Conlon is going to stay down. Andreas goes right for the ankle. Arm chop on the right side. Spins back behind. Conlon trying to work up to his feet. Looks like Andreas is just going to cut him now. 1 point neutral for Conlon. Andreas shoots right back in on the leg. Conlon stuffs his head. Tries to spin behind, but we're out of bounds. With 1:36 left, score now 2-1. Andreas up will be neutral. Andreas faking in and out, shoots in on Conlon. Goes a double. Conlon tries a chin whip. Doesn't work. Andreas takes him right to his back. Gets a 2-point takedown. Andreas goes up 4-1 with 1:21 left in the second period. Looks like Andreas is going to put him back on his feet. Now 4-2. Seems like he's pretty comfortable and thinking he can take Conlon down. So let's see if we can. Andreas shoots in. Conlon goes right to the headlock. But Andreas rolls out of bounds. We'll be out of bounds. Back on our feet neutral. No change. Still 4-2. Andreas with a minute 12 left in the second period. A lot of movement by Andreas. Faking in and out. Conlon shoots in on a double. Gets stuck up underneath. Now we got a little bit of a dogfight here. A sucker drag by Conlon. Goes behind, gets the 2-point takedown. Andreas works up to his base. Conlon tries to throw the boots in. Nothing doing. He's got Andreas flattened out on his belly. Conlon trying to power half from the left side. Andreas looks like he's trying to crawl out of bounds here, and he does get out of bounds with 32 seconds left. The score is now tied 4-4. Andreas will go down. Be on the bottom. Conlon on top. Conlon goes right into a crab ride. He's got double boots in. He's stretching Andreas out. Andreas to his belly. Conlon not doing much on top right here. He's trying to one-on-one with the wrist. Goes crossface right to the butcher. He's trying to cradle him up. 5 seconds left. Andreas back to his belly, and that's how we're going to end. 4-4 at the end of 2. Looks like Andreas wants to stay neutral here going into the third. He's been in on Conlon's legs a few times. Let's see if he can try to finish something here. Fakes in and out, fakes in and out. Conlon kind of standing flat-footed. Andreas drives in on a double. Conlon rolls through. Back to his feet. Andreas has one leg of Conlon's up in the air, but they're at the edge of the mat. Conlon tries something, but it ends up on his back, and now Andreas is getting back swipes here. Conlon could be in trouble here. Andreas trying to finish it with 1:20 left. Edge of the mat, and there's the fall. So with 1:18 left in the third period, Joey Andreas picks up the fall for Strathaven. It's going to tie our score up 6-6. But with 2 forfeits coming up at 126 and 132, that'll send Jags out to a 12-point lead here. Cooper comes out at 126. Nope. They are going to send somebody out here. Zach Mongan, sophomore at 3-5, they decided to send out from the original lineup. So Cooper goes right to the cement mixer, takes Mongan right to his back. He's trying to put his weight on him. Mongan's a long kid, real tall. Cooper's trying to. Mongan bellies out. Ref looked like he's holding three backs for Cooper. Cooper goes right to the wrist and a half, trying to drive Mongan over. And he gets him over to his back. No points awarded yet. Still in the pinning combination. Has Mongan on his back. Ref still holding three backs. A lot of time left here in the first period. 1:05 left. And there's the fall. Ethan Cooper runs his record to a solid 2-0. Kid really works hard in the room, though. Coaches really like him, and he's really come a long way in the last couple of years. So, with that, our score goes 12-6 Garnet Valley. And at 1:32, Matthew Marino comes out for the Jags, and I don't think I'd even want to wrestle him. So there'll be a forfeit for Marino. Matt Marino sitting at 25-2 on the season, ranked number 1 at 132 in District 1. It's going to bring up our 138-pound match between Sal Pizzuto and Dalton Zwire. Sal, a senior at 16-6. Zwire, a junior at 6-7. There's always some fireworks when Salvi wrestles, so see what happens here. Pizzuto goes right for the underhooks. Tries a little shrug on the left side, nothing doing. Wrestler's back to the center of the mat. Dwyer shoots in on a double leg. Pizzuto a nice heading. Goes right for the headlock, has him wrapped up at the underhooks. Pizzuto goes down to a leg, lifts Dwyer, trying to keep him in bounds. But nothing doing. Both wrestlers out of bounds. We're going back to neutral. Both wrestlers center of the mat. Dwyer fakes a shot. And he takes a shot, gets stuffed underneath Pizzuto. Pizzuto in a front headlock position. He's got the double underhooks, trying to jack Dwyer up. A little leg trip by Pizzuto. Gets a 2-point takedown, though, right on the edge of the mat. We take our score 2-0 Pizzuto. Dwyer goes down with 1:06 left in the first period. Dwyer to his feet. Pushed out of bounds by Pizzuto. We're going back to the center. Dwyer will be down again. Dwyer again to his feet. He's trying to cut and go back to the center. Pizzuto, with a little trip, takes him down. Dwyer on his base right at the edge of the mat. Little roll by Pizzuto. Both wrestlers out of bounds. Pizzuto drops down to the ankle. Tries a mat return. Dwyer hand fighting nicely under there. Pizzuto drops down to a leg. Now he has Dwyer up in the air. Dwyer remains on his feet. Both wrestlers out of bounds. No change though, and Dwyer will go back down with 31 seconds left. Pizzuto up 2-0. Pizzuto's going to put him on his feet. So now 2-1. Dwyer in on a shot on the left leg of Pizzuto. Well, he takes Pizzuto down and gets a 2-point takedown. Has a bar in. Now he has a bar in on the left side. Pizzuto back to his feet. Trying to switch. Gets to his feet. And he gets a 1 point escape to tie our score up 3-3 with .4 seconds left. That's the end of the first. It's all tied up here at 3. Looks like Pizzuto's going to go down here to start the second. Pizzuto to his feet. Matt returned by Zawire. Pizzuto again in a tripod position. Zawire putting all his weight on a little knee slide attempt to get out by Pizzuto. Another mat return. Pizzuto is trying to scoot, but gets flattened out on his belly. Now Zawire's got the tight waist on the left side and a lot of pressure on the back of Pizzuto's head. I'm sure he's got a power half. He's trying to turn Pizzuto. Nothing doing. Pizzuto bellies back out. Works back up. Pizzuto back to his feet right at the edge of the mat. Sat back down by Zwire. Zwire with a half, power half in on the left side. 1:06 left in the second period. Pizzuto's fighting that pretty hard. Works up to his base. Pizzuto back to his feet. Trying to get out. Mat return again by Zwire. Pizzuto scooting. Almost got put on his back there, but he bellies out. Looks like we got a little injury time here on Pizzuto. Blood or injury. Not sure what we have here. Zwire, a big, long, tall kid. Sal's a little bit shorter, so Zwire's able to return Pizzuto 3 or 4 times to the mat. That one was a little rough for Pizzuto. He made it come down awkwardly. Well, tied up at 3 here. 38 seconds left in the second period. Looks like Pizzuto's going to be able to continue. He'll be down. Right to his feet. Zwire again with a mat return. Pizzuto with a switch attempt. Gets back to his feet. Zwire takes him to his back, but then Pizzuto rolls him through. We're neutral. 1 point escape, Pizzuto. That makes our score 4-3. Pizzuto, we're back on our feet, center of the mat. Both wrestlers ear to ear. Up. Pizzuto takes Zwire right to his back, and he's got it locked up tight. And there's the fall. On senior night, Salvatore Giuseppe Pizzuto with the fall on Zwire. 6.8 seconds left in the second period. Runs our score. Garnet Valley 24, Strathaven 6. Zwire was in that match the whole time until Pizzuto just put him right on his back. And here comes Nick Politti at 145. He'll be going up against John Crawford. Politti 21-4 on the year, and sophomore Crawford at 12-9. Politti honored tonight for his 100th victory and ready for a nice postseason run for his 3rd year in a row. Trying to get back to States and Hershey. Politti in on him. Outside single, head on the outside. Politti spins around, limp arms out, gets a 2-point takedown. Underneath is not where you want to be on Nick Politti. He's very, very tough on top. Politti got the bar in. Trying to run the bar. He hooks the right side, trying to get that right wrist, but trying to run Crawford over. Crawford bellies back out. We're on the edge of the mat here. Politti Does get him over. Now he's getting back points. Well, this is not good for Crawford. He's in a really bad spot right here with 106 left. Please got a lot of time to readjust here and try to pick up the fall for the Jags. And there it is. 1 minute left in the first period. Here on senior night, Politti picks up the pin for the Jags and runs our score 30-6 for Garnet Valley. Politti runs his record for the year to 22-4. Next up for the Jags at 152, got Robbie Peters. Garnet Valley shows first. Going up against Devin Moore. Devin Moore is senior at 17-3. Peters is senior at 8-5. This should be a good match here tonight. Both really experienced wrestlers and really good wrestlers, so this should be a good one. Moore tries to shoot in on Rob Peters. Peters with a little duck right to a headlock. In the front headlock position, both wrestlers out of bounds. Peters just missed putting him on his back right there. Peters shoots in. Nothing doing. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Little hand fighting on the forehead here. Fakes in and out. Peters with a whizzer in on the left side, the right side. Front headlock position for Peters. Moore's backing out. Moore with underhooks. Moore trying to back out of bounds here. Peters in the front headlock position, trying to drag him back on the mat, but nothing doing. We're out of bounds. 57 seconds left in the first period. We're still scoreless here. Moore again tries to shoot in. Gets his head stuffed by Peters. Peters got the overhook on the right side there. Both wrestlers out of bounds. We're neutral. Peters with a high crouch attempt. Backs back out. Trying to spin behind. Moore's got his leg. A little bit of a dogfight here. Little scramble action there. Moore comes out with the 2-point takedown on Peters. And that's the end of our first period. Devin Moore right there, short time left, goes up 2-0 on Peters. Peters' choice, he's going to choose bottom. Head lever attempt on the right side by Moore. He's got Peters flattened out on his belly. Now he works a bar in on the right side. And he's got the left side hooked. Now he got Peters over, but Peters switches out. Rolls through. And there's a 2-point reversal for Peters. And we have a little injury time for Moore. Nice roll through by Peters to get the 2-point reversal. 132 left in the second period. We're on injury time for Devin Moore right now. Robbie Peters has some of the sickest hips I think I've ever seen in the sport. Kid always seems to scramble out of them position and come out on top. What do you think about it, Griff? Sick hips, Robbie Peters. That's Griff Hollingsworth. Little commentaries, Cold Deary, high Cold Deary. All right, we're going to get back underway here. Devin Moore on the bottom. Moore will be on top. 132 left in the second. Caution green on Peters. Peters right in a crab ride position with a half on the right side. Trying to pull Moore back. Moore scooting back into Peters. Peters got the legs wrapped in. He's scooting, trying to get his hips out. More pressure into Peters. Right on the edge of the mat. And Peters has him stacked up for momentarily, but both wrestlers out of bounds. We'll go back to the middle. 53 seconds left. All tied at 2 here. Moore flattens him out. Got Moore's right leg hooked. Moore pressuring into Peters. Peter has that right leg hooked. Moore's not letting him get it out of there. Peters trying to scoot his hips and clear his hips so he can go to work here on top. Has a half Nelson in on the right side. Moore back up. Peters tries to roll through. And Moore puts him on his back. We're on the edge of the map. Moore sunk, gets a 2-point reversal, and now he's getting back points. Ref's holding 3. 10 seconds, 8 seconds left. Moore's trying to pin Peters. Peters fighting it off. 2 seconds, 1 second, time. Moore will get the 3 back points. Runner scored 7-2 for Moore. Peters really fighting off his back there the last 10 seconds of that second period. Moore's going to go down. To start the third here, up 7-2. Peters got a leg in. One leg in, a little cross body ride going here. Well, potentially dangerous. Peters' knee was bent in a pretty bad angle there. He seems to be all right, though. 131 left. Moore up 7-2. We'll get a restart, fresh start here. Peters again. Tries a roll through, but Moore again stops. Peters halfway on his back. It's a 2-point reversal. Now Peters in trouble here. He's on his back. And Moore's getting back points. And there's the fall. Devin Moore. 59 seconds left in the third period. Runs our score, Garner Valley 30, Strath 12. Brings up 160. Dave Wood will come out for Garner Valley. Looks like he'll receive the forfeit. Make our score Garner Valley 36 now, Strath 12. We'll move on to 170. Looks like we'll have Shane Glacken for the Jags at 170 versus Zach Newline. Nope. Be a forfeit at 170 to Glacken. We're going to run right on up to 182 at Ryan Mortimer. So Brian Boyer or Zach Newline? I'm thinking that's Newline. We'll go with Newline and with wrestlers hand fight in the middle of the mat. Couple slap together lads here. Warner, a big strong kid here on senior night. No, we'll go with Brian Boyer. I hear somebody yelling, "Go Brian!" So, shot attempt, Mortimer. Nothing doing. Both wrestlers back to the center. Mat, a little shrug attempt by Boyer. In and out. Mortimer in on the leg. Boyer both on the edge of the mat. Boyer's got a lock through the crotch. Mortimer trying to bring him back in. Both wrestlers back to the center of the mat. 53 seconds left in the first period. Both wrestlers center of the mat. Little super duck attempt by Boyer. A little slick move there. Nothing doing. Little elbow pass. Drops down to a leg. Mortimer. He's trying to scoot into Boyer. Boyer's locked through the crotch. Mortimer trying to come out the back. He's got the leg. He still has the leg. Boyer trying to switch around. Scramble position. Mortimer ends up on his back. He's trying to back out of there, but he ends up with a headlock on Boyer as he rolls through. He now has Boyer on his back. And there's the fall. We're going to check this, though. Ref's having a little conversation with the wrestlers in the middle of the mat. He's going to call it before even going back over to the scoring table. Mortimer picks up the fall for the Jags. That's our score, 42-12 for Garnet Valley Jaguars. A little discussion by the coach here, as if time was out. Ref comes over to the head table. Well, looks like he didn't win that argument, so we're going to go to 195 here. We have Ryan Rushton for the Jags.
Wrestling for Strath at 195, Brian Boyer. Wrestling for Garnet Valley, Ryan Rushton.
Well, now this is Brian Boyer, they're saying. Okay. Against Ryan Rushton. So Zach Newline. So he got pinned by Mortimer in the last match. Rushton got the underhook on the left side. Trying to snap Boyer down. Boyer remains on his feet. Both wrestlers separate back to the middle. A little high crouch attempt by Boyer, nothing doing. Rushton backs out. A little bit of a weight difference here, it looks like. Rushton front headlock position. Boyer backs out. Both wrestlers head to head here. A little shrug attempt by Boyer, nothing doing. Collar tie on the right side by Rushton. Got the underhook on the left side. Both wrestlers separate. Rushton with the collar tie on the right side. A little hand fighting going on the left side, but not much doing offensively for either wrestler. 7 seconds left. Short time here left in the first period. 0-0 front headlock position for Rushton. And that'll be the end of the first period. 0-0 is our score. Rushton's going to go down to start the second period. Rushton to his feet. Boyer drops down on the leg. Little back trip. Returns Rushton to the mat. Rushton working his way back up to his base. Rushton got his head buried in the mat here. He's trying to clear his hands back up to his feet. Cuts away for the 1-point escape. 1-0 Rushton. Rushton really working ahead of Boyer. Little headlock attempt by Boyer. Rushton, nothing doing. Comes back and Rushton tries to lock up the cradle. Looks like he has it locked up. See if he can turn Boyer here. Boyer trying to back out of bounds right on the edge of the mat. Can't tell if Rushton has that cradle still locked up. He's trying to turn Boyer here. And out of bounds. Rushton gets the takedown, so he's up 3-0. 37 seconds left in the second period. Boyer will be on the bottom. Boyer sits out, gets back to his feet for the 1-point escape. 3-1, 26 seconds left in the second period. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Rushton with the collar tie on the right side, trying to work that head of Boyer. Not much doing offensively from the neutral position for either wrestler, but that'll be the end of the second period. Rushton up 3-1. It's like Boyer's going to go down. And Rushton trying to scoop the ankle of Boyer. Boyer's at his base. Rushton's got all his weight on top of him here. Boyer thinks about reaching back, but thinks better of it. Rushton gets the cradle locked up on the near side. And he's getting swipes. Rushton's awarded 2-point near fall. Runs the score 5-1. 1:22 left in the third period. Rushton working hard on top. Boyer kicks out. Both wrestlers back to their feet. A 1-point escape brings our score to 5-2. Little double. Rushton catches him in the cement mixer, puts him right to his back. And Boyer's in trouble here. He tried to shoot in on Russian, and Russian just caught him right with a cement mixture and put him right to his back. Russian with a 3-point near fall. Ref's holding it, but a lot of time left here. 44 seconds left. Boyer's going to try to get off his back here. And there's the fall. 35 seconds left in the third period. Ryan Rushton picks up the fall for Garnet Valley over Brian Boyer from Strathaven. Brings our score, Garnet Valley 54, Strathaven 12. And we'll move on to heavy. Nope, we're going to go to 220 here. Looks like we have B West coming out for the Jags. And that'll be another forfeit for Strathaven. Take our score 60 for Garnet Valley, Strathaven 12. Running out the big boys here at 285. We got Tommy Mahoney for the Jags versus Lee Holbert. Holbert a junior at 14-8. Mahoney a junior also at 18-7. Mahoney a bit of an undersized heavyweight, but he's a really athletic kid and he's done a real nice job for the Jags at heavyweight this year. Big weight difference here. Mahoney's got underhooks. Goes right for the headlock attempt. Holbert doesn't have anything, and Mahoney takes him down, but Holbert rolls him through. Ref says no dice, out of bounds. Mahoney with a nice headlock, puts Holbert on his back, but Holbert rolls through, puts Mahoney to his back, but both out of bounds. Back to the center on their feet we go. Mahoney trying to get the underhooks here. Holbert feels it coming. He's trying to back out of there. Mahoney's jacking him up. Tries a little back trip. Holbert backs out of bounds. 1:23 left, no score. Holbert in collar tie on the right side. Mahoney fighting for inside position here. A little elbow pass attempt by Mahoney. Wrestlers separate. A lot of hand fighting going on here. .44 seconds left. No score. Both wrestlers fighting for inside position here. Let's separate. Holbert really working the head of Mahoney right now. Gets the underhooks. Nope, he thought about it for a minute. Thought about the throw. Mahoney's keeping position pretty good right there. 18 seconds left. .5 seconds left, first period. And that'll do it. Our score is 0-0 going into the second period. Mahoney defers. Holbert takes bottom. Mahoney goes into the front headlock position. Goes back behind. Holbert shrugs him off for the 1-point escape. Both back to our feet, center of the mat. Mahoney's trying to work the head of Holbert. Holbert's a big kid. He probably looks like maybe 30 pounds on Mahoney, but Mahoney's a tough kid, athletic. He'll hang in there. A lot of hand fighting, trying to get inside position. Looks like we got a little accidental poke to the eye here. Holbert. It's all right. We're headed back to the center. Both wrestlers on their feet. Holbert up 1-0 with the escape. Mahoney with the underhook. Overhooks here. Tries a little back trip. Holbert backs out. Little throw attempt by Mahoney. Nothing doing. Both wrestlers out of bounds. We're going back to the middle neutral. Holbert up 1-0 with 1 minute left in the second period. Mahoney with inside position here. Got the collar tie on the right side. Either wrestler giving up much in the center of the mat. A little shrug attempt by Holbert. Both wrestlers head to head here, working the head of the other wrestler. Trying to get something going on their feet here, but it's kind of standing right in front of each other, head to head. So fighting for inside position. Mahoney backs away. Short time here left in the second. And that'll do at the end of two. Holbert will be up 1-0 on Mahoney. Mahoney will take down. Try to get to his feet here to knot this up at one, see if we can get something going on our feet. Holbert drops right down the ankle. Mahoney right to his feet, cuts away for the escape. About 4 seconds. Mahoney goes heavy on Holbert's head. He's trying to snap. Oh, tries a headlock. Mahoney gets his headlock. Takes Holbert right to his back. Goes to the half. Now he's got him in the front headlock position. Holbert bellies out. We get three near fall from Mahoney. Makes our score Mahoney 6, Holbert 1. 1:25 left in the third. Holbert will go down, be underneath Mahoney here. A little switch attempt by Holbert. Gets to his feet, cuts away for the escape. 6-2. Now he's really working the head of Mahoney. They're battling in the middle of the mat right here. He tries a leg trip. Mahoney sags his hips. Gets away, spins out for the takedown, spins behind Holbert. Goes up 8-2. Mahoney on top. Trying to scoop the leg of Holbert. Holbert's a big kid here. Mahoney trying to hold him down, but he flattens Holbert back out on his belly at the edge of the mat. And we're out of bounds. 42 seconds left. Mahoney up 8-2 with the old headlock and 3 near falls. Nice little scramble. Holbert went to his belly. Mahoney managed to spin behind and get on top for another takedown. So he's up 8-2 with 42 seconds left. Tripod position by Holbert. Mahoney trying to put the weight on him, but Holbert cuts away for the 1-point escape. 8-3. Holbert looks a little tired here. See if he can get anything going on Mahoney. Mahoney clearly the fresher wrestler here. Probably the weight difference has a little something to do with that, but Mahoney takes a peek at the clock. 15 seconds left. Hand fighting on the inside. They separate back to the middle of the mat. Holbert trying to get something going here. Mahoney with some nice defense. And that's going to end it. Tommy Mahoney with the win, 8-3. Crowd like that big heavyweight match. Brings our score Garnet Valley 63. Strath 12. Going to run out the grump right here at 106. Kevin Politti. Little KP. Freshman, Garnet Valley 16-7. Done a real nice job for the Jags at 106 pound all year. The coach is having a little conversation with the ref here at the head table, but it don't look like anything's going to change here. Ian Lembo, sophomore at 9 and 12, will come out for Strathaven. There's a big difference here between the last match and this one. A couple little fellers. Politti with a shot attempt. Wrestlers on the edge of the mat, both out of bounds. Back to the middle we go, neutral. Right off the whistle, Lembo attempts a shot. Politti in the front headlock position, trying to snap his head in the mat and spin behind. He's chasing that ankle, but Lembo manages to push him out of bounds. 137, nothing. Politti goes right for the leg. Lembo defends, but Politti puts him on his back. Lembo tries to roll through. Nothing doing. The scramble on the edge of the mat there looked like Politti might have him on his back for a minute, but Lembo managed to roll through. Both wrestlers out of bounds. Politti in front headlock position, chasing that ankle. Looks like he might have that cradle locked up. He gets a 2-point takedown. Politti up 2-0, 46 seconds left. He goes crab ride. He's got a little bit of a cheap tilt going here. Politti got to watch his back here. Lembo rolls through Politti. 2 near fall. He's got Lembo on his belly, trying to bar him up on the left side. Gets a bar in the wrist. When he loses the bar on the left side, is awarded the 2-point near fall. Or wrist and a half. Goes back to another little cheap tilt here. Politti got to watch himself here. Get his hips up. Another 2-point near fall for Politti. Runs our score 6-0. Politti goes tilt twice, but had to really watch himself. Came close to a defensive pin there. But he goes up 6-0, start of the second period. Lembo goes down. Politti goes into a crab ride with a half on the right side. Gets Lembo flattened out. Politti going cheap tilt again. Now he scooches by. He's trying to jump over to the other side with the half in. Lembo bellies back out. Well, a 3-point near fall for Politti. Once our score 9-0, 55 seconds left in the second period. Politti's got Lembo on his belly. Going for that tilt again. Tight waist tilt. He's getting near falls again. Ref's holding 3. Politti rolls through, brings our score 12-0 Politti. Crab ride position for Politti. Politti rolls through. Has Lembo on his back. Short time. 3-point near fall for Politti. And that should do it. That should be the tech. So Kevin Politti, tech fall. be in limbo. And that'll bring our final score. Garnet Valley 66, Strathaven 12. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Hopefully we'll be back for the Garnet Valley wrestles Westchester Henderson in the first round of District 1 duels at Westchester Ruston tomorrow night. Should be a good match. Henderson's about 20-1 this year overall for the season. But thanks for everybody tuning in, and we'll see you next time.